Joy Quilts, Ardros in Alberta. Today we're doing a bellflower on a nice little swing lap quilt. This pattern is about 9.5 inches long, long by 57 inches wide, and the rows basically just touch each other. So one row where one ends, the next one starts. A lot of times we like to nest them in, or like this, nest them right up to each other. So you don't want to leave a whole lot of space unquilted. Even if you're doing a really large quilt pattern, you don't want to leave a large gap in the middle. All your gaps should be basically balanced. Using a blue thread, because this quilt has an awful lot of purple in it, this will help to tie in some of the other colors. We float our quilt tops, and that avoids them kind of like boinging up when you take them off the clamps. Another thing that we've discovered recently that it's very helpful for is to kind of adjust your batting during the process. It's very easy between rows to put the quilt top up, adjust your batting, put the quilt top back down. So that's one of the big problems when you clamp everything down, is you can't access it and you can't get in there, and you're taking the risk of having some puckers in your batting or in your backing. The other advantage is if you have a seam, because most backings aren't wide backs. This way, when you get close to the seam, whether it be horizontal or vertical, you can check and make sure that it's laying the way you pressed it. Sometimes it tends to go to one side or the other, or even flip open. So you really want it to be flat in the way that you pressed it and consistent. So those are all advantages to floating your quilt top. Generally, after the first row, we will take a measurement and see how close we are to exactly what we want it to be. So for example, we wanted 9.43 inches per row, and we're getting 9.33. Then we have to make an adjustment, or 9.42 or something. So you have to make your little adjustment after the first row. This one was pretty much right on. Depending on the complexity of the pattern, the north-south shrinkage will vary. Side to side, we always use the same formula exactly, and it always works out. We like to leave about 3/4 of an inch unstitched on either side, and that allows for straightening up. You need to square it up and make sure that things are where they should be, and your stitching is consistent along the edges. Again, with a quilt, never is anything going to be 100% perfect. There's a lot of components to it. Somebody pieced the top, somebody else quilted it, there's batting, there's backing, there's different threads. There's always going to be a little bit of play in it. But you want the end product to look square, or rectangular as the case may be. We're stitching with polysheen thread, which is one of our favorites. I think all threads are my favorite, I always say that, but stitching with the polysheen, it goes very smoothly through the machine and enables you to quilt a little bit quicker. And of course for that we're using an SUK needle, either an 80 or a 90, depending on whatever you have handy. I don't think it really makes that much difference. This quilt has a lot of piecing in it, so there's quite a few intersections to bump over, but the machine handles it really well. Working with our Bernina Q24 with Art and Stitch Software version 5, Q-matic. we're almost ready to advance to the next row. This one we didn't do a separate treatment for the borders. It's a small quilt and the flower is quite large, so it just makes sense to go all the way over. So this is called edge to edge quilting. Kind of ties the border into the center of the quilt because the colors are a little different, so it's nice to tie them in with the thread and the quilt design. And there you have it, nice little spring quilt, lap quilt, quilted with bellflowers. Joy Quilts, Facebook, Instagram, Hotmail, or our website, joyquilts.com.